We are talking with Oliver Sloup right now. He's with Blue Line Futures, and as we change our focus over to the livestock side, let's begin with our cattle. On the cattle trade on the futures, it is mixed, and I guess I would say it's very narrowly mixed at that. So we have the April contract now trading 12 cents higher. We're at 122.75, but everything else is a little lower. So it's kind of all by itself, that April contract on the plus side. Let's go back to Oliver Sloup and ask him about that. Why would you have that 1 month like that trading a little higher when all the others are not?
Well, we know that the February contract is getting pretty darn close to delivery. We've seen cash firm up a little bit, but the cash market's still at a nice little discount to what we're seeing that February board at. And honestly, we've been pretty surprised in the strength that we've seen in the February contract over the last 2 months with where cash has been coming in. So we've been a little bit more, I guess, pessimistic, you would say, on the February contract. Is looking a little bit further out. I think there's still some value in April and beyond, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a healthy pullback. And I think that would be welcomed for this market. Looking at the April contract, we typically look for breakout points to be retested. So if we get the pullback back to that 120 area for April, I think I'd look at that as a pretty decent buying opportunity here in the near term. And we continue to be optimistic further out, like I had mentioned, into June and August, building longer-term long positions.
I was just checking the wire. It looks like the bids are still hanging in there around 112 today. Asking prices around 114. Still no transactions to report today, so there is that. On the feeder cattle trade, let's go to the futures board, and right now you have your March futures down 30 cents at 139.77. That January contract went off the board today. We have all the deferred contracts as much as 72 lower. That May leading the way down. We're at 144.15 per hundredweight. On the lean hog market, now we did have the wholesale pork trade turning higher and kind of following the lead of the beef trade lately. And yet the lean hogs have turned mixed. A little bit ago, we had all the deferred contracts beyond February on the plus side, and now they have all turned lower except for the April. April is 15 cents higher at 76.45. And now you have May through July, all 22 to 57 lower. It looks like we're sliding into the close here. Why would that be, Oliver?
Well, we had a pretty good last couple of weeks here. We've been marking higher lows and higher highs, and we just kind of stalled out. We poked our head out above the old contract highs and made new contract highs here this week, and just running out of gas and kind of, I think, looking at where the value is, you're not really encouraging new buying momentum to come into the market, and I think that's leading to a little bit of long liquidation here. I wouldn't be surprised to see that continue ahead of the weekend. As I mentioned with the cattle complex, we're looking for breakout points to be retested for this April lean hog contract. We're looking 74, 75 to be retested, and I think at that point we'd consider looking back to the long side.
Good stuff, Oliver. Thank you for joining us. Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures. Tammy, I'll turn it back to you.